Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to sunny Spain in the city of Malaga at the Palacio de Deportes Jose Maria Martín Capena for the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. It is Lithuania versus Poland. Well, I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside the great Teresa. Teresa, we've got a hell of a game here tonight. What do you make of these two teams?
I think we're going to say hello, everyone. I think, you know, this is the quarterfinals of the Under-17 World Cup, and these young players have the future ahead of them. And this game is do or die, isn't it, for them mentally? Because obviously we don't have the classification games after, but everyone wants to progress into the semi-finals and the finals game. So I think we have such an exciting game ahead. It'll be interesting to see if the nervousness of this situation that literally this game matters is gonna, you know, show up in those faces and the playing display of these young players.
Well, there's the road to the final, of course. And the other quarterfinal match is France will be taking on Slovenia in their other games there. You see it's going to be a very big game later on. As Spain, the host, will be taking on the likes of Australia, not to mention the big one, obviously, later, of course, the United States. They're in town here tonight. Now, we're going to take a look at some of the lineups here, of course. We're going to start with the Polish national team as their players start to come out a lot. What can we expect from the Polish national team, Teresa?
I think we can expect really quick basketball, and you know, we know that the defense usually brings offense, and I think they will have to really focus defensively to stop the Lithuanians as well. And I think we've seen obviously the leaders of the Poland team, and it'll be interesting to see how many other players can actually adapt to it, you know, and some of these leaders as Shimon Novicki, you know, and all the others. So I think obviously both teams will have to handle turnovers as well, because you know, especially Poland is such a good punishing the turnovers effectiveness-wise in terms of points. So Lithuania on the other side will have to really take care of the ball. But Poland team, I really like how they play. Historically, as we already spoke together before the game, they haven't really been here as much. But this is a big game for them to play against Lithuania today.
Well, the one key player that we need to look out here for Poland tonight is going to be the likes of Shimon Novicki. I mean, this man here, well, young man, I said, of course, he's only just around 17 years of age. He's averaging 18.8 points a game. He is going to be leading the way for Poland. But now we're going to get a look at the Lithuanians here tonight. Now, the one player when we talk about this Lithuanian national team is going to be Padegimas. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. What can we say about this young man?
Yeah, he's been a really key player for this Lithuanian team. But what I like about this Lithuanian team is that there are other players, again, stepping up for this young team, who is, you know, Stonkus was playing really good games as well, same like Bieloskas. So I think the depth what Lithuania is displaying will play in their favor today against the Polish team. But we know that Lithuania has struggled last two games in this tournament a little bit against the New Zealand and Japan. So they've been challenged, you know, at this championship, especially the last games. Poland has had quite comfortable wins the previous games. So the question again is, would it play a key role, you know, in today's game when it's going to matter, really, when the pressure's going to be on?
Well, we're going to stand now for the national anthems of these two beautiful nations. Remember, we're live here in the city of Malaga. We will stand for the national anthems of both Poland and Lithuania. Well, national anthems of these two beautiful countries have been sung, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get set to introduce our officials for tonight's game. Our officials are Scott Becker. There we see, of course, we have our other officials, and we're very proud to say that we have some of the finest of referees here in world basketball. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they'll continue to do so here tonight. Again, our officials, as we had in the game from Japan, we have Daigo Urushima, and from Spain, we have Adriana Chueca Moreno. Well, there are our head coaches for tonight. We're going to get down to business very quickly, of course, with just over 2.5 to go here. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups for tonight. Now, Teresa, what can we look at this Polish starting lineup and what we can expect from this team?
I think we can expect really quick basketball, aggressive defense. That's what Poland's been really showing at this tournament, isn't it? And the fact that they're really great punishing the turnovers at this tournament is going to definitely play. That's going to be the strategy they will want to come into the game with today. You know, aggressive defense brings a great offense, and Szymon Nowinski has been amazing, but he's been also supported by Koziorowski, Schumbert. You know, they have so many names in there as well. So I think the depth of the bench as well is going to be a key element today.
Okay, we just saw there Coach Wojciech Techowski, of course, of the Polish national team, a man coaching in the lower divisions of Poland, of course, was a former player back in the day, finishing his career in 2010. But now we're going to take a look at the starting lineups here for Lithuania. Now, we talked about Petras, but Degimas, of course. I mean, what kind of player does he have to be tonight to lead Lithuania to a victory?
I think he has to be a player, the leader mainly, I would say, because as I mentioned already, the mental state of these players will be, I think they haven't been here, right, at this stage of their career yet. So this is such a big game for them personally and as a team that I think he would have to lead the team not only on the court but also off the court. You know, that's what leaders usually do.
Well, there is the head coach, Bardauskas, of Lithuania, coaching currently in the NKL, which is the second division of Lithuania in the city of Kaunas for BC Atlas. Now, we are a minute away from the Tissot countdown to tip-off. Remember, we are live here in the city of Malaga. This is a battle of the Baltic. And Teresa, when we talk about the history of basketball in Lithuania, I mean, it's just such a rich history. When you think about the documentary of the other dream team, some of the big names, of course. Poland as well. They have a rich tradition in basketball. But Poland, it's about building that identity. What do you think? How far away is Polish basketball from getting to the level of Lithuania?
I think they could go really far because they've been really showing great basketball at this tournament. And, you know, national team is a pride, isn't it? And these kids building it at a young age as well. And you as a kid have a dream to play for national team, and this is what is happening. This is what you play for. So I think, you know, challenging such a country with such great history as Lithuania is, and great development work of young players within their basketball, I think Poland has a big task ahead of them. But we already said that they should be on the top of the horse a little bit because they haven't struggled at any game, so their confidence should be quite high. But this game is different. It's a quarterfinals. You know, it's either you go farther or you're gonna pretty much play for classification. You know, the games. So I think really what Poland has to do is play great defense and control the rhythm of the game as well, because that will be very important. Control the ball, control the rhythm of the game, play your game, not to allow the opponent to dictate you what they want to play. So I think it will be really important and good task for Coach Pikowski to do in today's game against Lithuania.
Well, there you can see behind both benches, supporters from both Poland and Lithuania. This is what international basketball is all about. It's about the fans, of course. Getting the game spread all over the world. Well, the players now have entered the court. They've shaken hands with each other. They paid each other the homage. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from tip-off. This is the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup quarterfinals. And Lithuania, they will get the first possession of the game. Well, Lithuanians, as we mentioned, trying to get the tempo going, of course. Well, there's the handoff. Well, curls the screen now, has an option, goes to the big man. The foul has been committed. Now, what do you think defensively? Of course, Teresa, Poland needs to manage those curl screens.
Yeah, they will definitely, and it will be really important from the weak side to fill the paint, you know, to unallow the players of Lithuania to attack that middle of the space.
Well, Lithuania now trying to get the ball inbound. Well, has the space and time now, pulls up with a little floater, puts it up, doesn't get it. Poland secure the rebound now, they're off on the runs here. Well, takes this one in transition now, a bit of contact, goes all the way, reverse left, he can't get it. And now Lithuania, again, good transition defense there by Lithuania, Teresa. I mean, they're one of the best teams at getting back and stopping the fast breaks of these teams.
Yeah, we mentioned, you asked me what Poland has to do, and they need to control the game, so they should not let.
Well, there you can see early on the big man just going to work there under the basket. He is going to be a big hand to handle there. Alexis Filiauskas. Well, Poland now trying to get in some rhythm. They pull up for a three-point. The three is up, and the three is good from downtown. Well, he nails that one early on. Matthew Shamiets. I got it wrong there, of course. Well, Lithuania now going to the dribble handoff. Being very patient with their build-up here, trying to find those openings. Another ball screen. Gigas goes down, finds the big man, and Filiauskas. Oh, it's beautiful. That is textbook Lithuanian basketball.
What a great. Everyone had the touches, and they were very patient offensively.
Well, Poland now trying to play the similar game to the Lithuanians. Another ball screen now, makes a penetration, a bit of contact. Tries to kick it out in the corner. Has to step back, has to force it up. It's no good now. Poland really fighting to get these open shots, as now Lithuania wastes no time in transition. Bit of contact, and he lays it up in transition. Beautiful fast break basket there by Lithuania. Well, Padegimas, of course, scoring there for Lithuania, and another turnover. Well, Lithuanians again are going to push this. This is what they want to do. They want to play in transition, play the high tempo alley-oop. Well, hits the side of the backboard. Again, Lithuania just trying to slow down now, Teresa. Just trying to get into that half-court offense.
Yeah, the control of the game, of the tempo and rhythm. You know, just play your game. Don't let the opponent to play you something different. And that's what Lithuania is doing so far at the beginning of this game.
Well, Jan Nowitzki now having to kick this one out back to Szymon Nowitzki. Well, another turnover. Now Lithuania here. The foul has been committed in transition. The foul is on Kajetan Kuchavski. Now again, you can see a lot of nerves in the offense here of the Polish offense, Teresa.
Yeah, that's what I spoke about. You know, it's such a big game for both nations, and obviously Lithuania is, or the coach of Bardauskas, done probably a better job to tell them, look, we got to stick to our game, we got to play what we're good at. And that's what they're doing, playing great defense. They had already 2 steals and running the breaks out of it, and Poland has to stop them.
Well, Stonkus now making a penetration. He turns it over, and now Poland, they got a 3-on-2. We could have a potential unsportsmanlike foul. There you can see Coach Bechowski of Poland. And the officials now, they will review this. Now, yeah. Teresa, in your opinion, you know, you played professional basketball to a high level. What do you consider that on the scale of a unsportsmanlike foul or a regular foul?
I think it was regular foul because obviously you have to attempt to reach the ball to be to be committing a personal foul, which I think he'd done it. So great call from officials.
Well, Nowitzki with a spin on Nowitzki. Again, a tough play. It's somehow, some way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you need to remember the name. Jan Nowitzki, of course, he's come ready to play.
Again, we see Poland try the aggressive full court defense. That's really good display from Poland defense because they're trying to slow down Lithuania.
Well, Padegimas now the tough player for Lithuania. Goes in with a beautiful finger roll, and he just serves it up. Well, tough defense there by Szymon Nowitzki, but again, it just wasn't enough because this is the house of Padegimas. Well, Kuchavski now looking for a pick and roll here. Poland just trying to build some confidence. They trail by 3 points. Slow movement here on the... There's a penetration down the middle, looking for options. Have to kick this one up. The 3 is up. 3 is no good from downtown. And Lithuania, again, they want to get out in transition as Justas Stonkus now. Well, looking for options now and a patient build up here. They try to go down, another turnover. And now Poland's got numbers. Well, they use the extra man in transition. The foul is committed. And he'll go to the free throw line. Again, you got to love the way Poland are quick to get out in transition after a defensive stop here.
Yeah, every team wants to run the floor because it can give you really easy 2 points, isn't it? You don't want to play against that defense. You want to get that opportunity just for easy basket and stay obviously in touch with Lithuanian team. So we see the score 8 for Lithuania, 5 for Poland, which I think both teams, you know, I would say Poland actually recovered because they have started the game a little bit slower than Lithuania, but I think they're now finding their rhythm as well defensively, which gave them these breaks to run the floor.
Well, Jan Nowitzki down the free throw line. I mean, he's been averaging 10 points and just under 10 rebounds, short of a double-double. Stands at 194 centimeters. For those with different measurements, that stands at 6'4". He missed the first one. And again, short on the second one. And Teresa, I mean, how important are free throws? You never want to look back on the game and think the outcome could have been different had you made all your free throws.
Yeah, it's about the head. I always say free throws are obviously skill and also about the knowing the importance of every point mattered. Well,
a foul has been committed by Poland. Again, you got to love the full court pressure. Saniet's just going there
a little bit uncontrolled with the reaching. I mean, I gotta love the way the Polish national team will put in this full court pressure in Lithuania, but discipline's gonna be very important in this game. Well, so far, 2 team fouls here for both these two teams. Goes under the basket now, spins around, goes in with a fadeaway jump hook, doesn't get it. And Poland now, again, just being very stubborn on defense, doing their job very well. Well, another pick and roll here. He takes a penetration in, kicks this one out. Well, spins around, goes back door, pump fakes, lays it up, and a beautiful play there. Again, you gotta love the backdoor plays. Jan Nowitzki, all of a sudden, coming out with a lot of confidence in this game, Teresa.
Yeah, Jan Nowitzki had a great game against Australia. Him personally, obviously they lost that game as the only one so far this tournament, but Nowitzki had 14 points and rebounds and 3 assists at that game.
Well, we got another turnover now. As Poland got numbers there in transition, goes all the way, wraps around, doesn't get it. Lithuania now, another foul has been committed here. Well, the foul is going to be on number 1, Kajetan Kuchevsky. And again, a wasted opportunity there for Poland in transition. They had numbers, but decided to go himself.
Yeah, but you know what, sometimes you're gonna miss the shots, right? So you just have to keep running the breaks if it works for you as a team. And I think Poland just have to keep going because obviously after those first 2 minutes of slow start of theirs, they've been playing great defense. Those doubles on the players as well, stealing some balls and running the breaks, so they have to carry on.
Well, Jakub Boshinski now just checking into the game here for Poland, just to give them that bit of depth on the perimeter. Lithuania now, as we mentioned, trying to build up depth. Again, it's very sloppy basketball to keep it alive. Near 10 on the shot clock now. Goes down the middle. Looks at dish off. Goes for the acrobatic, but the follow-up, and they still can't score. Well, that's going to be Poland ball on the baseline with 4.8 seconds left here on the shot clock. Now, if you're Poland, what option are you going to go to with this inbound play?
You know what, you're going to play good defense because obviously there'll be some screens and some set play, so you probably want to switch everything, as we're now seeing that the Polish defense did.
Well, there's a quick shot there from the mid-range. Don't get it. Well, the rebound has been secured, and now Poland with another chance here to take the lead, possibly. And Poland, as we mentioned, just trying to move the ball around, break down the Lithuanian defenses. Mateusz Samiec with the ball in his hands, coming off one screen. Well, Samiec goes in with the Euro step, hangs in the air. A beautiful move by Mateusz Samiec, and he gets his first field goal of the ball game.
Yeah, it's good to penetrate in the middle of the space if it's open because it gives you loads of options either for yourself or create for your teammates. So that was a great action from Polish offense.
Well, Lithuania now looking for options here. It's Petras Padegimas gets caught into another double team. Turns around, can't get it. Well, Poland doing their job on defense, and now push again in transition. Goes in a little floater, doesn't get it. Now Lithuania here. I feel like Lithuania, Teresa, just need to slow their offense down, get into a better rhythm here at the moment.
I think we've seen low turnaround. I think Lithuania started the game with their game, you know, and Poland was finding the rhythm. But on the other side now, I can see Poland is in control these last couple of minutes of this quarter and controlling, obviously, their game, and that works really well for them so far.
Well, Lithuania, you just saw there with a missed three-point attempt. Again, Poland now with the ball in the hands of Jakub Schumat, and a downtown shot. And all of a sudden, it's all Poland. As coached by Daugas in Lithuania, he's got to call timeout because he's got a problem right now. His players, they're being challenged. Remember, this is a battle of the Baltic here. These two wonderful Baltic countries, Poland and Lithuania, competing at the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. And we're live here in Malaga. Well, Teresa, what do you think Lithuania needs to do right now to sort of get themselves under more composure, get into that rhythm, to get themselves playing better basketball?
I think they have to take a breath because they started the game very well, and suddenly, I don't know what happened to them, they let the Poland take over the game. And I think what they have to do is just, again, to remind themselves their game, what they're up to. They can't be turning the ball over because that's what Poland does at the moment. But we said it before the game, that they are one of the best teams punishing the turnovers. And so far in this game, we've seen Lithuania turn the ball over 3 times. So they really need to take care of the ball. They need to play what they're good at and just, you know, take a breath. This is okay. It's just the beginning of the game. Nothing's happening. You have plenty of time ahead, and every possession matters. So just focus on your game. Take back the control of the game, which you lost these last couple of minutes of this quarter, and step up, play, obviously, Padegimas, Bielskas. We have many players who could take the responsibility. So, as I say, just calm down and play your game.
Well, Petras Padegimas, as we mentioned, in the opening game in which Lithuania defeated Spain, which many people were very surprised about, he had 12 points. Now he is averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds per game, but at the moment he has been frustrated. And again, you can see here the Polish full-court man-to-man defense.
Yeah, you just mentioned it, but obviously you know who is the leaders of the teams, and the game tactic, game plan works to stop the leaders, isn't it? Because the game is created around them, so they must know. So it will be interesting to see if other players can step up.
Well, Stunkas goes behind the back now in the lane. A beautiful play there, and Stunkas just sends a little message to the Polish defense. I mean, that was just textbook play there behind the back. And Poland now trying to respond here. Wasinski, as we mentioned, playing the point guard role to put the ball in the hands of Szymon Nowicki. Been very quiet, but he's the key player for Poland. Well, there's a penetration kick out. Good ball movement here. Well, another kick out. Nowicki, he goes down the middle. Yeah, Nowicki puts up a little dream hook, and he gets the drop on that one. Well, Nowicki, again, as we mentioned, he's put on the Polish jersey today, and he is letting Lithuania know that he means business.
Yeah, just to remind you, obviously these two are, Szymon and Jan Nowicki are not related family-wise, but I have to say they both are such important players for the Polish team. And again, we've seen that penetration in the middle of the space. So really, Lithuania needs to fill that space, push the players to the baseline where they don't have as much opportunity to create or attack the basket.
Well, Danas Kasakevičius, as we've just seen, has just gone to the bench to take a bit of a breather. And again, it's another turnover from Petras Padegimas. Well, Lithuania, of course, at the moment bringing into the game number 36, Ernestas Matulovic. And hopefully he can inspire some confidence here. Well, Poland again going to the penetration kick out here, playing with the confidence. The turnover there as it stepped out of bounds, and again, maybe the break, of course, that Lithuania needed. Well, 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Lithuania trailing by 4 points, 14-10. Very spirited play here from the Polish national team.
What I like is that Poland is really playing the full court pressing, because they know, you know, it's really uncomfortable as a player to play against full court pressing most of the game. So it'll be interesting to see if Poland's going to keep it up whole game.
Well, another three-point attempt, and again, a missed opportunity there for the offensive rebound. And Poland again getting out in transition. Just slowing this one down, but again, he's going all the way. Rangs in the air, and draws a blocking foul, so he will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. That is Poland's number 13, Jakub Schumann. Again, hasn't scored here tonight. He's 0 for 1 from the field. And has a chance to put some points on the board and to kind of give a bit more space between Poland and Lithuania. Good penetration going to the basket.
Yeah, and I will repeat myself, but you could just see from that replay how open the middle of the court were. And you would be silly as a player not to attack it if the team just offered you just right on the plate, you know. So he's done great, and before this game he averaged 11.3 points, but he's playing great game again. He grabbed 7 rebounds per game before this game as well. So really valuable player for the Polish team.
Well, he makes the first free throw of the game here for Poland. They're 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Heavy defense coming here from Jan Nowicki. As we mentioned, Lithuania put the ball in the hands now of Matulovic. There's the penetration now going down the middle, goes in the air, and another turnover. For Poland, again, being very disciplined, sticking to their principles, causing problems here for Lithuania. Well, Nowicki with a pump fake now. Nowicki going all the way around. Pump fakes one more time. Gets rejected. Wow. But again, Poland respond right away. And again, it's a beautiful play there. The follow-up by Jakub Wasinski. Lithuania don't do a good job there of coming after the loose balls. Well, Noyes Kuliesha now having to bring the ball up here, put under heavy pressure from the Polish defense. Nowicki now, he has to give this one up. Again, a lack of rhythm here in the Lithuanian offense. Kuliesha now goes in the corner. Matulovic for 3, and Matulovic. Well, Matulovic, excuse me. Well, Matulovic hits the first 3-point of the game now for Lithuania. Again, maybe that will inspire their confidence. Well, Poland can't get the offensive rebound. Another attempt from downtown, and Lithuania will try to push this one. Bit of contact off the backboard. Well, the foul has been drawn all of a sudden. Ernestas Matulovic, after making that 3-point, you can see just building in his confidence now here on offense for Lithuania.
Yeah, great battle in there, but you know, I kind of feel like Lithuania struggle offensively and defensively. It's not just one element of their game.
Well, there's a penetration baseline. They don't get it. Poland again. They got numbers here in transition. Goes down the middle now. Well, they try a quick three in transition. The three is up. It's way off the mark. 4-point lead now. Lithuania can have the last shot here in the first quarter. So we have the ball in the hands now of Naujas Kuliesha. It looks like they're going to go pick and roll here now with Beliauskas. He gets caught a double team now. 4 seconds. He's got to get rid of the basketball. And a silly foul to give away there by Poland. It's not a bad foul, to be honest, because it is a 4th team foul, but Lithuania now will have the ball sidelined with 2 seconds left here. But Naujas Kuliesha is going to inbound the ball. And Kuliesha now, Belialski, fadeaway, takes it, tries to go off the backboard, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, Poland coming out with very spirited play, lead this one 17-13 in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. We're live here in Malaga. We're going to show you some stats and some highlights here from the first quarter. Well, Teresa, if we could sum up this first quarter, of course, what do you think is really working here for Poland at the moment?
Yeah, I think after that slow start and nervous beginning of their quarter, here we see a confirmation of the numbers. We could see that Lithuania has struggled from the three-point, which allowed the Polish defense to really drop down in the paint and really fill that space, even though this was a great first penetration of Padegimas for Lithuania, is it? And this is the reaction of the coach. He knew that Poland weren't in a position. But I think they really filled that space great and allowed Lithuania to play their offense, because they couldn't hit the shot from three-point range. So it's quite obvious step they should have done, and they've done it very well. And it brought them some steals and run breaks, which they benefited from in that first quarter. So I think at the moment, Poland is definitely in control of the game. And Lithuania needs to find the rhythm. They need to run some breaks, because you don't want to play all the time against 5-set offensive defensive players. So what could help Lithuania is to play great defense, which we haven't really seen in this first quarter. They haven't really been aggressive. They haven't really dictated to Polish offense where they want them to go. They just allow them to play. So you gotta get some stops, some quick runs offense, and obviously get that confidence back, what they've shown at the beginning of the game.
One thing I've got to highlight here, of course, Lithuania haven't gone to the free throw line enough. It's that a fact that they aren't throwing the ball in the post enough and they're not getting to the basket more aggressively. Now, granted, Poland only 1 for 4 from the free throw line. But what does that say when a team hasn't had any shots from the charity stripe so far?
Yeah, it tells you a lot. It tells you that Poland is aggressive towards to the rim, and Lithuania is not as much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the QR code there for Courtside 1891. Make sure you download the app. You can get all the live streams and all the best schedules, of course. Courtside 1891. Remember, the FIBA World Cup qualifiers have passed. This is the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. Courtside 1891 to follow all live international basketball. Well, it looks like Jan Nowitzki is going to inbound the ball here, and Poland will get the first possession of the second quarter here, leading by 4 points. Well, we've got a turnover now. Yeah, looks like he's going to take this one in transition. Pump fakes goes up, and another missed opportunity, but Lithuania coming up with an offensive rebound. Well, Kepažinskas there, you can see coming back into the lineup after Coach Vardelkas taking him to the bench. Well, Kepažinskas now, 2 seconds on the shot clock, puts up a little cherry drop off the backboard, doesn't get it. Well, Poland secure the rebound. Well, Poland now, as we mentioned, just trying to slow the tempo of this game, trying to really frustrate Lithuania. Well, Nowitzki kicks this one out. Well, left wide open, doesn't go for the three-pointer, and we're under 10. Well, this time they take the three is up, it's no good. Well, looking for options here in transition, but again, they're gonna have to try and get into the half court set, as we told Žigas. Well, makes a penetration now, pump fake, bit of contact, goes up, can't get it yet again. And Poland doing an excellent job on defense here, Teresa, in transition. Well, loose ball Samarin again, just becoming a little bit sloppy between these teams. And left wide open in the corner.
Again, it was a great recovery from Polish defense, Lithuania can't find any open space. Great shot pass in here.
Well, the beautiful step to the dime off, and he lays that one up, and that's a beautiful play there. Well, it starts with Kepažinskas and finished off by Beliauskas. Well, Lithuania now all of a sudden turning on a different gear here, getting a stop in transition. And there will be a sideline ball here to Lithuania as the football came off of Szymon Nowicki. Teresa Nowicki, Szymon Nowicki, one of the most talked players in this tournament at the moment. As we mentioned, this man is averaging 18.8 points per game, 8.8 rebounds with just under 3 assists. He hasn't scored a basket yet.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? It's not necessarily that the leader player has to be shown from the beginning if your teammates playing a good game. And I think the Polish team generally as a team played great so far in these quarters. So I don't think Szymon Nowicki needed to really step out as much for that Polish team. And I'm sure when it really will matter and the other players will struggle, he's gonna step on and again show why he has been considered as one of the best players at this tournament.
Well, foul was called there under the basket. Lithuania with a baseline ball to get this one inbound. 10 on the shot clock now. Stuck in the corner there. Lack of movement here off the ball from Lithuania. 5 on the shot clock now. Got to get something going. Hangs in the air off the backboard. The follow-up. Well, Atsiprašau, and he flexes the guns. Well, I want to see a replay of that because Justas Stankus just followed him with a throwdown there. Well, let's have a look at the replay here. There's a penetration by Gigas, and look at Stankus. Well, Labanak, he says, good night, Poland, with a flex of the guns. Well, it's got to be Lithuania ball here in the full court. Tie game now. Well, will that play there be enough to inspire their confidence, Teresa?
I think it should. I think this quarter so far, not bad for Lithuania. You know, they had some defensive stops, which brought them the opportunity to score. And getting these dunks, it just gives you the energy, isn't it?
Well, again, Poland, you can see very, very disciplined here in their man defense, excuse me. Well, the follow-up, Beliauskas, he goes in, gets a drop, and I think they're going to call a foul on the ground. It's going to be against Poland. It's on Jakub Schumet.
It's a great hustle from Alexis Beliauskas to go for that rebound, as you can see. Oh,
hey, look at the hook shot he went though with there. I mean, what would you say he may need to change in that? I mean, a young player, of course, is still developing the game. In your experience, is that the best shot to take?
Yeah, absolutely. He was open for that. I'm sure he has practiced that shot many times. So
he's fighting again for offensive rebounds. Well, the big man here, you can see we're under 10 on the shot, cross court under the basket, and another foul has been committed. And Petras Padegimas, 6 points so far in the game. He's going to go back to the free throw line.
It was a great cut behind the defense in here, and Kuchaski had no idea about that player.
The foul is on Sternitsky. 3 on the shot clock now. Got to get something going. Spins around, and a 24-second violation. I mean, again, it's great defense by Poland, Teresa.
Yeah, I really like that Polish defense. They really, except for a couple of mistakes, they've been really good on the weak side as well, on the split line, you know, to really fill that middle space. And Lithuania is not really taking any chances from 3 points, and I think they will have to, because it could open that space. Because if they're going to start make shots, the Polish defense would have to step out of that zone.
Well, there you can see again, three-pointer coming from downtown from Kosierovski. Doesn't get it, and Lithuania here with another chance to go pick and roll with Kepižinskas. Kepižinskas now kicks out in deflection with 12 on the shot clock. It's going to be Lithuania ball on the baseline. Well, Kepižinskas is playing some good minutes here for Lithuania, but again, you can see he's just struggling with the physicality and the defense coming, as we mentioned, from Kajetan Kuchevsky.
I don't think he has a good, easy job in today's game against that great team Polish defense.
Well, Vitauta Gigas just goes in with a baby hook. Again, that could be a good role for him to sort of take that low block play and to make it go in the low post. And now Poland find themselves down by 2. Kuchevsky now going down to his right. There's the kick out. There's a three-pointer in the corner. The 3 is up, and the 3 is good from downtown. Well, Tymoteusz Sternitsky, again, building the confidence here. Poland really, I think it's a 2-pointer actually, sorry. He had his foot on the line there. Well, tie game in the moment. Kepižinskas now looking to throw this one down low. Cross-court pass, good movement, goes baseline. One more kick out, you gotta love this. Another penetration, Kepižinskas, he'll take it, doesn't get it. For the follow-up, another offensive rebound, and the big fella, well, Alexis Beliauskas just cleaning up. Well, Sternitsky now, or Nowicki, excuse me. Another kick out, good ball movement here from Poland. For the backdoor play. Kosierovski takes it, and he nails it. This time it's a 3-pointer right in front of his teammate's bench.
And That's raining for Poland. That's their second threes in this quarter. And you know what? I think we see quite even game still because Lithuania really does great job on the offensive glass. They already grabbed 9 offensive rebounds in this game. And we're not even in a half of the second quarter. So
Kapuscinskis now coming off one screen. There's the kick out. There's a step back. There's a three-pointer. Nails it. Big time shot. Well, that's a tough play there. Step back with a hand in his face. He tells the Gigas. In this game now, it's becoming a bit of a cookout right now, Teresa. Both teams now building that confidence from the perimeter.
Yeah, and I think it's going to only make the game very much more exciting if both teams going to hit those shots as well. Not only for spectators, but also in terms of, you know, running the offense, running the defense, because you would have to adjust game-wise a little bit if the team is really raining from threes.
Well, Kuliesha now coming off one screen here with Beliauskas. Kicks out, big man, why not take the three-pointer? Oh, baby! The big man, not only does he dominate in the low block, he is nailing it from downtown. Well, as they would say in Lithuania, Manovardas Aleksas Beliauskas, he's letting the world know that he's becoming a primetime. All of a sudden now, Teresa, this game just starting to build that flavor. When teams start making perimeter shots, the confidence, the swag is so much difference in their game.
Yeah, so much difference. And as well, it's going to really help their game because, you know, they were struggling to find the open space to attack when they were missing from the perimeter because the Polish defense just tagged the middle. And now, obviously, the Polish defense will have to adjust. They will have to go above the screens, maybe. They will have to really step out of their space. And that gives Lithuanian offense space to attack and create way more. Here we see Nowitzki 6 points, Osinski 5, Kuchowski 3 as well. So suddenly it turned into the different game in this quarter when Lithuania hit those, this is their third 3-point shot in this quarter. And I think now, again, Poland will have to find the rhythm and play defensively, which actually was working with them so far. I already mentioned, you know, that Lithuania is doing an excellent job on offensive glass. They grabbed 10 offensive rebounds. You know, they have out-rebounded Polish team by 11 rebounds so far. And they had 12 possessions more, which gives them loads of opportunities to score. And that's why I think they're leading in this quarter.
Lots of key points you made there, of course. I mean, look, the intangible stats are going to play a very big difference, but now you can see at the moment here, Lithuania putting on a bit of full court pressure here as Poland just trying to break this one down. And now you can see Kajetan Kuchowski with the ball in his hands. He has 3 points so far. Well, they're looking to get the ball up here. They put the ball in the hands now of Kosharovsky. Another missed attempt there for Poland. Lithuania with the 5-point lead. It's Kapuscinskis here. Well, he's been key so far in this game. He's becoming that sort of that floor general here for Lithuania they needed just to keep that composure. Well, takes a 3 from downtown, and my goodness gracious, well, Lithuania are just making it rain. I mean, I looked at the weather forecast this morning here in Malaga, sunny skies, but they brought the rain here, Teresa.
Yeah, this is a 4-3, and they're leading in this quarter 17-5. And really, Poland needs to find the composure again. They need to just take a breath and do what they were doing that first quarter.
Well, Lithuania again, Kapuscinskis just trying to keep things under composure when they lack that organization in the first quarter. With just over 3.5 to go, they lead by 8. Well, they go down low here to Beliauskas. The big man, double team's coming. 4 in the shot clock, gives it up. Good defense by Poland. Well, they come up with a loose ball here. They got numbers in transition. Well, can Poland capitalize here? Well, Kuchowski here, you can see with the ball in his hands, gives this one up. As the penetration goes in, a beautiful layup, and that's the kind of move Poland needs right now. Less settling for those perimeter shots, Teresa, and just go into the basket.
Yeah, they need to keep being aggressive towards the rim because we didn't see any weak side defense from the Lithuania on the split line. So if you have a space to attack, go, because then you're going to react, obviously, what's going to happen. But you have to be aggressive towards the rim.
Well, turnover there, and again, you got to love the spirit from the Polish players. They've been knocked back a bit. I mean, they were leading the way, of course, sort of with that collective sort of team spirit, as you mentioned, starting with the defense, but they got to make another change now. Is coming into the game here for Poland is number 10, Szymon Nowitzki. Now remember, Nowitzki's played 15 minutes so far. He hasn't scored yet. It could be a moment or a matter of time before he gets cooking. Remember, he is averaging 18.8 points per game so far here in the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. Well, Lithuania now, another step back, another three-pointer. Goes over the basket, and Bielski's just trying to fight for the rebound. Polowicki comes up with it. Now Poland, they got numbers here. And they throw it away. A wasted opportunity there in transition for Poland.
Yeah, I can only agree with you that I think now is the time that Szymon Nowicki needs to step up for Polish team, because obviously this turnover just showed you that they're not having that composure. They need to just breathe, and you know, someone has to take the responsibility, and that someone, I think it should be that Szymon Nowicki, because he has been leader of the Polish team both ends, so he definitely now has the role to step up.
Well, Lithuania now, you can see here, just trying to build up their play. There's the penetration, the kick out. Well, tries to muscle his way to the basket, and a foul has been called. I believe it's going to be called against Lithuania. You call that a frustration foul there after missing the layup?
I wouldn't really say so. I think it's more that they know that every ball matters, and I think you missed the layup, you try to replace the mistake, but not obviously by another mistake, but I think it was just the effort of trying to get the ball back.
Well, Nestas Matulovic was the first Lithuania to get things going from downtown. He hit that three-pointer in the corner. And there's a penetration. Again, a little floater way off the mark. Well, the rebound secured by the Lithuanians. Danas Kazakevičius trying to get things going here for Lithuania. And a step back again. Stunkas for three. Can't get it. Well, Bielskis is just fighting for the rebound. Oh, excuse me. That is Danas Kazakevičius.
You know, I think Lithuania has no reason not to shoot those perimeter shots, because they're now really working on offensive glass. So why not to take shots? Because someone's going to rebound and put it back. So, you know, Lithuania has so many more options right now while they started to make those shots.
Well, Kuliesha, beautiful dive under the basket. The foul has been called. That's a third team foul so far here for Poland. Oh, you made a very good point there, of course. I mean, they are dominating the offensive boards at the moment. I mean, Lithuania in total have 27 rebounds, 11 of those coming from the offensive end. Poland only one offensive rebound. So again, it's a very great point you made there. Why not go for those perimeter shots? Why not try and spread the floor? Eventually, they're going to keep dropping.
Yeah, and it's quite frustrating for teams, I would say, as Poland is, because you play great defense, and then, you know, obviously some player doesn't box out. So it is frustrating for the Polish defense, because just to box out is about the heart. It's not about the skills. It's just, okay, it's a simple rule. Someone takes a shot, you gotta box out your player.
Oh, Teresa, I love this now, because there you can see Nestas Matulovic is just coming in and causing problems. Doesn't get the rebound, but he puts Poland under pressure. Lithuania with the ball on the baseline. Well, we get the ball down again now to Justas Stonkus. He goes down the middle, tries to muss his way in. Just too big, just too strong. And Teresa simply just too good.
Yeah, incredible. Again, open middle space. I love that when players really find it. And it's so easy to actually cut it off, because you just have to have a body in the middle of the paint.
Well, Kajtan Kuchavski now trying to dish a beautiful pick and roll, but a rejection under the basket. And again, it's that man, Danas Kazakevičius. Well, Lithuania now with the momentum. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Well, goes down the middle. They missed a wide open backdoor cut there. Well, Stonkus now. He goes down the middle. Penetration goes all the way. And that is simply a tough move going to the basket.
Yeah, he took the responsibility, because there was only 6 seconds on the shot clock. So obviously you don't want to create too much. Just do it a simple way. Go to the basket.
We've got another turnover now. Lithuania with a chance here. There's 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. This is a very smart play here by Kuliesha. Slow this one down. They don't want to give Poland too much time here. They want to get the last shot. Well, 6 seconds left here on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Double crossover. Euro step in. Like, gets rejected. Well, comes up with it. The 3 is up, but it's a 24-second violation, I believe. Well, that is the end of the first half, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. As it stands here, Lithuania with a 12-point lead in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. They lead this one 36-24. Well, Teresa, of course, it's been a completely different Lithuania team here in the second half. I mean, what do you think has really inspired their play?
I think that dunk, you know, in that second quarter, as you mentioned, that wouldn't bring them the energy, and I think it did. Here are some numbers. Those 4 threes for Lithuania they scored, let me remind you, they scored them in the second quarter, and it's such easier to play when you're hitting the perimeter shots. 30 rebounds for Lithuania to Polish 13, but we know as well that they had 13 on offensive ends for Lithuania, which gives them another 26 opportunities of points to score. So a lot, some top scorers, 11 Bielauskas, Stonkus 6, Paregunas 6. On the other hand, from Poland, we haven't really seen Szymon Nowicki. He's on a 0, considering that he's averaging over 18 points per game. That is not a good sign for the Polish offense, because I think Szymon Nowicki will have to step up personally as well. But I think Poland really should go back to play great defense and run those breaks, because the beginning of the second half of the first quarter, they really stepped up their defense, and it gave them those breaks when they were killing Lithuania, and we haven't seen it since. So I don't know if those threes really put them back defensively, because they rather organize 5 against 5, but I think they should really balance it with some fast breaks.
If you're Coach Bukowski of Poland and you're going into the halftime locker room, it's only a 12-point deficit. I mean, you can come back from that within 6 minutes if you play hard, you play well, and you play collective. One stat, though, that I think he's going to be very concerned about. Lithuania, as we mentioned, the offensive rebounds are dominating. 13 offensive rebounds, and Poland have only 1. What does he need to say to his players going into the second half?
I think it's very simple, just box out, because this is the fundamental of the basketball. To box your player after the shot, it's not possible that the opponent team will grab 13 offensive rebounds within the first half. That's the stat you might see in a full game, but within the first half, that's something incredible, because Lithuania has had 42 possessions in total against only 27 of the Polish possessions in this first half, and that's a lot. So you have to be having really high percentage of shooting to keep up in the game. Now Poland is down by 12, and imagine they had, if I count well, they had 15 more possessions. That's 30 points difference in opportunities to score, which is a lot. So you either have to have exceptional shooting, or you gotta step up, obviously, the way you box the players out. Because Lithuania hitting those threes, they're just not comfortable. They're playing their game again, because it's so easy if you attack from outside and inside. You're changing that rhythm where you're gonna find a spot to attack, and that's what we're witnessing this game.
Teresa, one thing I want to talk about, of course, it's just the significance and the history of basketball here in Europe. We look at both these two teams. We'll start with Lithuania, of course. These players are coming from these traditional Lithuanian basketball schools. For example, Kebrzynskas, Vytautas Žygas, gotta add as well, Novickas as well. They're coming from Kauno KM Žalgiris basketball school. We know what basketball is in Lithuania. And if you think as well, Nojas Kuliesha and Ernestas Matulovic, they're coming from Sostinės Krepšinio Mokykla, which is obviously going into Rytas Vilnius. So we're talking about 2 big basketball identities. When you think of them more than just clubs, they represent the history of what basketball means here in Europe. You were a professional player. What is the culture and the meaning and significance of playing professional basketball in Europe?
Oh, it means everything, because since you're a child, you're watching basketball. Not only you play it yourself, but you also watch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk more about the Polish national team when we get back. It is now the halftime. Go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long. Second half here live in the city of Malaga for this quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball Under-17 World Cup between Lithuania and Poland. It's been a battle of the Baltic. Of course, both these two countries really came out here competing, but at the moment, Lithuania leading this one by 12 points. Well, Teresa, again, let's give a rundown so far. What did we see in the second quarter from Lithuania?
I think we've seen that their shooting percentage from the perimeter obviously increased. They had 0 from that range the first quarter, and the second they stepped and they hit 4, which is 12 points itself out of 23 of theirs in the second quarter, which is a lot. And defensively, it could put you down. And I think what has happened a little bit to Polish defense, I think they put their heads down and just let it happen. So I think they need to again increase the pressure to allow the Lithuanian offense to create as much. But credit to Lithuania, because them hitting those shots gives them quite comfortable now rhythm to play offensively. Because if you hit those shots, it opens up the space under the basket. So now they have loads of options to create offensively. And I think that's what Polish team and coach Bichowski will have to figure out now what to do. Obviously they should follow the players into the screens, but also they should really rotate from the weak side as well and try to play more defense and what more, just box the players out.
Well, the key player I want to talk about here for Lithuania is Alexis Beliauskas, of course, averaging 9.5 points per game along with 11 rebounds. Well, he's over his normal average for scoring him at the moment. He has 11 points. He's 5 rebounds away from a double-double. But the key thing for him, he's just going in for so many second chance points. Every offensive rebound has been falling in his hands. What do Poland, and again, it might be an obvious answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway, what do Poland need to do, Teresa?
Yeah, I think, himself, he's been comfortable. He hit 1-3. For the big player like that, is quite impressive as well, because he can play in and out. So it is really hard, and if you have a player who can do anything on the court, you gotta step up defensive as a team, because obviously you can play one-on-one defense, but this is a 5-on-5 game, right? There could be screens, there could be any other action which could actually challenge defense. So I think as a team you have to step up, but we spoke about that Lithuania grabbed 13 offensive rebounds so far, and I think simple point for Poland is they gotta box out.
Well, Kepichinskas is going to return to the starting 5 here. He has 5 assists so far, 0 points at the moment here for the Lithuanians. But again, he's been that floor general. And again, Poland at the moment, this is the quarterfinals. If you want to get to the semis, you got to win here tonight. We're live here in the beautiful city of Malaga in sunny Spain for the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. Second half, we're underway. Lithuania is going to inbound the ball. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you download Courtside 1891 to get all the best streams, schedules, and scores here, and follow live international basketball all over the world for the men's and women's game here, brought to you by FIBA. Courtside 1891. Well, Lithuania again trying to patiently build up a Stonkus there. You can see just trying to make a penetration. He has to kick this one out now. Padegimas now. Stonkus crosses over. Well, again, didn't shoot the ball in a 24-second violation. Didn't get the shot off in time, and again, Teresa, should he have taken the three-pointer?
Yeah, he probably should, of course, because every player on the court should be aware of the shot clock. But a credit to Polish defense, because to start the third quarter with the shot clock violation is just a great effort defensively for Poland, because defense brings you offense, so they gotta step up defensively.
Well, Kajetan Kuchapski now, 3 points so far in the game, playing his role as the facilitator here for Poland. Well, it's coming off a double screen. He steps back, he takes a three-pointer. Doesn't get it. The rebound secured here by Justas Stonkus. Kepichinskas now, as we mentioned, 0 for 5 from the field this evening, but 4 rebounds and 5 assists. And production very, very positive so far here for Lithuania. Well, they try a 3 from downtown again. Lithuania just starting to punish Poland. Well, that's a huge, huge three-point. Again, I was saying it. Kepichinskas hadn't scored all game long, and all of a sudden comes in, hits a wide-open three-pointer. Well, the assist coming from Petras Padegimas. Lithuania here, leading by 15 points. Trying to build the momentum. And there's a crossover in the lane. Oh, beautiful play there. Finds Beliauskas, but doesn't get the and one. Well, you gotta love the penetration there, Teresa. Drawing 2 defenders and just dishing it to the big man.
Yeah, great isolation of the 2 players on the half court.
Well, Stonkus tries a three-point in the corner, doesn't get it. Lithuania fighting for every basketball, but they get the possession down again. You got 3 Polish players there surrounding Petras Padegimas, and again, they still get possession. Sideline here in the corner to Lithuania. Kepažinskas inbounds this one. Goes to the big man, and he throws it down with a bit of authority. Well, that is just textbook Vytautas Žygas. Well, you got to love those kind of plays. And again, 17-point lead here to Lithuania. Well, we go inside to the big man. The big man goes up with it, doesn't get the drop on it. Eliauskas with a rebound. And again, Kristupas Kepažinskas just going to bring the ball up here for Lithuania, trying to be that floor general as we mentioned. Well, doesn't use a screen now. The three is up. The three is from downtown. They don't get it. Well, Poland now secure a rebound. Trying to push this one here in transition. Well, hesitated. This time takes the three-point, doesn't get it. Again, game just starting to lose that flavor now as Kepažinskas backdoor play. Oh, it's beautiful. And Coach Michalski of Poland has to call timeout as Lithuania are just running wild here. And look at the dime here, Teresa. I mean, what do you make of this fast break play here from Lithuania?
It was a great cut behind the back of Kuchavski, and a great run, to be honest. If you push the ball, you get something out of it and get the easy two for Lithuania again. Great start of this third quarter.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned, this is the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. And again, you can follow all of the FIBA platforms on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And of course, we have to give a shout out to the newest platform here for FIBA Youth Basketball, and that is Next Gen Hoops. So again, you can follow all of the best plays there. Well, there is the three-pointer for downtown, but I want to see the throwdown here. Well, there was the tray ball from Vytautas Žygas. Well, he's taking his points tally up now to 10 points, but look at this play here. Throws it down and says, Labas, Vakaras.
Yeah, Žygas has been quite impressive in today's game. Before this game, he averaged 9.3 points and 3.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And in today's game, he's already on a 10 points, 4 rebounds, only 1 assist. But, you know, he feels very confident offensively and defensively. So great contribution from Vytautas Žygas. We haven't really mentioned him, but, you know, that's what I said. It will be also depending on how many other players can step up in the game. And we see for Lithuania, we have 7 players in the digits already scoring in this game. And, you know, to having such big rotation is really good. Confident. It gives a confidence and good feeling for the coach Bardauskas.
Well, again, credit to Lithuania's defense. I mean, they have shut down Szymon Nowitzki in this game so far. 20 minutes, 0 points. As we mentioned now, Poland just trying to find some inspiration here in their offense. Kuchavski now. We got here by Kepažinskas. Poland again struggling to break down. Another turnover. Great defense by Petras Padegimas. And Lithuania again just being very disciplined. As we mentioned, frustrated in the first quarter, but just going to their principles in the structure. Well, Žygas time now, a few seconds, force it up, downtown. Oh, baby! This kid has come ready to play. Well, Vytautas Žygas, he now moves up to 13 points. He has lighted up 4 for 7 from the field this evening. 22-point lead now here to Lithuania.
A little bit missing the movement offensively for Poland, and 3 for Kuchavski.
Well, Vytautas Kuchavski from no man's land.
Yeah, we've seen Kuchavski doing it at the beginning of the game, and then he stopped doing it. So, but where is Szymon Nowitzki?
Well, Szymon Nowitzki at the moment, again, as a foul has been called on the ground. You can hear the reaction there from the Polish bench and their fans, but again, it was a very, very aggressive double team. And that will be a baseline ball now here to Lithuania, Teresa.
Yeah, we mentioned Szymon Nowitzki. He has been really such leader for Poland before this game, but in today's game, I wouldn't even say that Lithuania just simply focusing on him. I just think they really stepped up and played great as a team, but also to take that responsibility when it matters.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, great defense in here.
Eliauskas just wants to let the world know that this is his coming right now. He is trying to introduce himself. This is the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. Well, these teams, they qualified through the FIBA European Challenge back in early 2021, of course. I mean, Lithuania had to match up with the likes of France, and again, they both qualified for this tournament. As you mentioned, it was only the FIBA Asia Cup for the juniors a few weeks ago, as that was held in Doha, Qatar. So every team has earned the right to be here, of course. And Nowitzki there under the basket. He misses a wide open look there. And again, you can see lacking the confidence in this game at the moment. Well, Beliauskas now trying to seal off in the low post. Good Bomberman here from Lithuania. Goes baseline now, wrap round layup, and almost got it, but Lithuania just coming up with every loose ball. Well, there's another three-pointer. Downtown, got it! It is raining threes. Well, somebody call the electrician in this arena, because Lithuania are just shooting the lights out. Meanwhile now, Poland with Kajetan Kuchavski on the ball, goes in the lane. Tries to go off the backboard, he doesn't get it. It's a good look for him, but he's got to finish it. I think a foul is going to be called there on Kuchavski. Do you think a possible jump ball could have been called there, Teresa?
Possibly, yeah. Let's see it one more time. Yeah, that could definitely be. But
oh, they called it.
Oh, okay.
So Poland's ball, sorry, the foul. It looked like the foul was called by the one official under the basket. Trying to make the penetration now, kicking this one out. Again to Kuchavski. Kuchavski goes baseline. I think a foul has been called, so it's going to be 2 free throws now here to Poland. Probably a bit of confidence that they need here to put some points back on the board.
Yeah, I'm still looking who's going to step up offensively for Polish team, and I think Kajetan Kuchavski as a point guard is the one who's at the moment is the one who's trying to create everything. You know, we see him shooting from the perimeter, we see him attacking, and really Coach Wojciech Bykowski needs to push the other players to step up, because he can't do it all himself against that compact like Lithuanian defense. You know, at the moment, guys, you still have a quarter and a half to play. This is a quarterfinals of the World Cup, and I don't see the energy from the rest of the Polish players to feel the same as Kajetan Kuchavski does.
Well, Poland now coming up with a steal here. Nowitzki kicks this one out. Good ball move. They get a three. The three is up in the corner. No good. And now Lithuania can push this one in transition. And Lithuania just trying to slow this one down here again. They want to get into their half-court sets. As Justas Stonkus now with 11 points. Hesitation now. Bit of a bump, and there's a kick out down the lane, and goes in hand. He gets the and one. Well, he is going to the free throw line, and it's that man again, Petras Padegimas. What's a strong drive? What do you make of this one, Teresa?
Yeah, that was a great combination of 2 players, and again we see them isolated on the whole half of that half. That it's just a simple combination of 2 players. We mentioned at the halftime that, you know, basketball is a simple game complicated by people, but I think at the moment Lithuania is really playing simple basketball. They play great defense, they're running the breaks, they're isolating 2 players, and they don't need to do much more. Where are the other Polish defenders?
Well, Poland at the moment have 3. I turned it over. And again, you can see the confidence that we saw and the defense we saw from Poland in the first half. It has long gone at the moment, as Lithuania at the moment are just dominating this game. There's Nojas Kuliesha holding down the ball here on the sideline.
Yeah, we have an advantage to see the faces quite closely of the players, and I think Lithuania wants it more at the moment.
There's a kick out again. The 3 is up in the corner. No good there, but again, another follow-up, and all of a sudden Lithuania just fighting for every second chance. But Poland able to secure the rebound now. Now you can see the 3-point percentages, of course. Lithuania at the moment with 7 3-pointers here in the game. Well, we got a steal here. We got numbers in transition. They go down the middle. Another play here in the lane. Doesn't finish it. And now Poland again. The foul has been called. The foul is going to be called on Augustas Nowitzkas. Well, Nowitzkas so far has played 9 minutes and 56 seconds. The foul was drawn there by Kaspar Jaworski. Well, Poland is going to make another change now. Jan Nowitzki, 21 minutes so far, 3 for 9 from the field with 6 points. He is going to leave the game. Just coming in is Jakub Woshinski. Woshinski has 5 points in the moment. He is 2 for 3 from the field so far with 2 rebounds. Kuchavski now giving this one up here. Obviously makes the beautiful bounce-out play. And there you can see finally Szymon Nowitzki gets his first field goal of the game. And the man who averages 18.8 points per game. Is it too late for a comeback, Teresa?
I think there's always hope, isn't it? And I think you have to change the game in defense. You have to really put the heart. You have to dictate what you want opponent to play. And I think at the moment, Polish defense doesn't do that. They just let it happen to them.
Another smooth pick and roll there. This time you can see Danas Kazakevicius there. Bischoff there coming from Noyes Kuliesha. Well, there you can see Kazakevicius moving up to 5 points. Another three-pointer in the corner. Hits the top of the backboard. Just doesn't get the roll on it. Novitska secures a rebound. Another turnover. Oh, no. Well, Poland now starting to show a little bit more knit and grit here. Well, another three-pointer. The three is up in the corner, and again, no good. But another offensive rebound. Poland now showing a bit more desire. Novitski can't get it, but another offensive rebound. Well, Lithuania just falling asleep here on defense, but another three-point attempt, and 4 times. They still can't bite here from the perimeter. Well, over 2:45 to go here in the third quarter. Lithuania leading by 23 points. Kasakevich just now here, heavily guarded, trying to give this one up. There's a love pass now, dumps down low. It takes a tough shot, but again, the follow-up. Can Lithuania make it look so easy? And finally, Augustas Novickas. Oh, Teresa, I mean, you got to just understand right now. There you can see Coach Bechowski there of Poland infuriated with his players' inability to box out, as you said, the simple part of basketball.
Yeah, because it's frustrating. They played actually excellent defense in that possession. It's just they're giving up those offensive rebounds, and that's what's killing them at the moment in this game. They're completely out-rebounded by the Lithuanian team. Lithuania has 45 rebounds, 20 only of the Poland. That's an incredible number itself.
Well, there's another missed attempt. I think they're going to call a behind-the-back foul there on Kasper Jaworski, I believe. They called a jump ball, Teresa.
Yep, they did. Sometimes when you have a scramble of the players, it's I think the best is to call it jump ball, and you see no players are protesting or anything, so you just carry on with the game.
Well, the possession arrow went in favor of Poland, so that will mean things stay the way they are here without another jump ball. Lithuania will have the first possession of the fourth quarter under FIBA international rules, of course. Well, Poland now, again, struggling to get the ball inbound. When they get it down again, they go for another three-point again, and way off the mark, but another offensive rebound. And Poland all of a sudden just showing a bit of heart and desire that probably if they showed at the beginning of this quarter, maybe wouldn't be in this mess. And a dish off under the basket, and another missed attempt. Lithuania leading by 25 points here in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. Well, Nestas Matulovic gets a handoff now in the lane, goes up, and it's a beautiful finger roll. Going straight to the basket. And who else, Teresa? Vytautas Žygas. Žygas now takes his tally up to 15 points. He has 6 for 10 for the field goal so far this evening. Another turnover. Now Lithuania have numbers in transition, and we almost had the hustle there from, you got to love that.
Yeah.
I mean, Kajetan Kuchavski almost came flying into us on that play. You want to see that here in international basketball.
Yeah, you want to see it, especially from the young players, you know, because you play for everything. You play for your career. This is a national team basketball, so you have to sacrifice the bodies.
Well, cross-court pass there, finding Novickas. Novickas going down the middle, looking for options, kicks this one out now. Lithuania with under 10 on the shot clock now. Kuliesha with the ball in his hands. They got to get a shot off. Doesn't go for the other pass, but the flying floater there doesn't get it. Poland secure the rebound, and now they'll try to push this one. Another turnover. And I think we're going to see an unsportsmanlike foul here potentially, Teresa. What do you think?
Yeah, it could possibly be called, but based on what we see from the official, I think it's just going to be a regular foul. And back to Žygas, you know, oh, this is the replay, yeah.
Now, do you think because he's reached and he's made contact with the basketball, it isn't transition, but that is a genuine attempt to go for the basketball? Yeah,
I think so. I think that's what the officials obviously, that's how they looked at it. But us having the advantage of the replay, it's always a tough, right? But so less the people make their own opinion about that one. But what's important, Lithuania, again, another offensive possession. 43 seconds to go in this quarter.
It goes in the lane now, a little dish off, finds the big man, and that is too easy there. Simple penetration. Kazakevich just gets an easy little baby hook. Well, Poland now trailing by 29 points. 10 seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. Tries to go all the way. Another rebound secured here by Lithuania. Well, 9-10 seconds difference between game and shot clock. You can see there, Coach Bardauskas saying to his players, get the last shot. Let's go pick and roll. Let's go Liesha now with the ball in his hands. And we got an ankle breaker. Well, turnover. A bit of a wasted opportunity there for Lithuania, but Poland now with 3.3 seconds left here in the third quarter, trailing by 29 points. They can get one more opportunity here. Well, Poland now, they get the ball inbound. They're going to go length of the court. They throw it up, and that is no good. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, Lithuania in total control here in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup, 60-31 over Poland. 1 quarter to go here. Teresa, it's now or never for Poland. I mean, it's a big mountain to climb, but you've got to have hope.
Yeah, it's a tough task now ahead of them. Obviously, being down by 29 before the last period of this game. It's really tough one, and I think now you play for everything because you have nothing to lose. So I think they have to really put up aggressive defense, full court, try to change something. I think defensively, I don't feel enough for our ability in there to try to make it uncomfortable for Lithuanian offense. And also, you know, I just think they struggle offensively because scoring 31 points in 3 quarters, that's not the number you will win the game with. And, you know, we spoke about Szymanowicki, Janowicki, Kosierowski, but I don't think the players took that responsibility in today's game to step up for their team. I know it's a hard game, I know it's a quarterfinal, but this is a great learning lesson for these players because these are the moments, if you are a leader, you just have to risk it and take it all, you know. But I haven't really seen it from the Polish offense and these players who should have been offensive threat to Lithuanian defense.
Well, a key story I want to talk about, of course. Yesterday we had the FIBA players representation meeting with the great Carlos Cabezas, who used to play for Unicaja here in this arena, along with the president of the Spanish National Federation, that being Jorge Garbajosa. You know, he talked about, he got a question from one of the players in New Zealand, how do you deal with a loss? And what Garbajosa said to him was, you deal with it together. And he talks about, you know, in 2006, they won the World Championship against Greece in the final. The following year, they lost in the Eurobasket final to Russia, which at that time was led by Andrei Kirilenko. The key thing for these players, you want to come here, you want to be competitive, you want to win, of course. But the key thing for these federations, these national team coaches, these players, you want to get them to the professional level. You want to get them playing for the national federations. And this is why, you know, these international competitions, I mean, this is now the only 6th time we've had the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. I mean, Lithuania previously have won the bronze medal. So again, you've got to love these international competitions. They give players a chance to shine and develop. Well, now we start the 4th quarter, of course. As we mentioned, total control here from Lithuania. Well, Kapuscinskis back on the floor here. Well, I thought he had a 3-point early. He didn't, but he does have, as we mentioned, 4 rebounds and 7 assists. As Poland are going to get the ball back here so far in the game. Again, one of the points I think I like what you made there, Teresa, of course, is the learning experience. You know, what can these players learn from this overall experience, not only in this quarterfinal game, but from this tournament as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. This is such a big stage, and they all, or probably not all, but a lot of them will have that future in the professional basketball. And as you say, as a player, you're learning whole your career. It's not just that you're done player. Pretty much it's the whole learning career, isn't it? Because it's such changing environment in basketball. And really, what you're going to bring out of this game for both teams, because Lithuania obviously took control of the game in the 2nd quarter and never let it go. You know, they are in complete control defensively and offensively. Poland, I just feel even from the players that they don't believe they can win, which is obviously very tough at the moment, but this is still quarterfinals. You're going to go and put bodies in there. You're going to jump, you're going to try to foul, because Lithuania has been only on a free throw 3 times, which is crazy. So are you aggressive enough to send them to the free throws? Maybe they're not going to be as successful. You know, in this moment, you will try everything.
Poland have numbers in transition again. They waste the opportunity. And, you know, you make a very good point there, of course. I mean, one thing you got to love about Polish basketball. Well, there's a kick out again. Another 3 in transition. The 3 is up. No good, but we got a foul there. What I was going to say, of course, is that, you know, Poland has some very top professional basketball clubs. If you think about it, Arged, Białystok, Wielkopolski, Anwil, Vostok, Zielona Góra. So these young players, this experience is imperative for them because they've got great clubs that they can sign for, great clubs that can, further enhance their development. You look at the Polish men's team, of course. You've got players such as Mateusz Ponika, Sokołowski as well, just recently playing for Poland at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. So again, it just goes to show that a loss here today, it's going to be a very painful defeat here for Poland. I mean, there's still plenty of time left, but the future is definitely bright for Polish basketball. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are paying a lot of homage here to Polish basketballs. We tried to do it at the end of the first half, and obviously due to the halftime interval, spent a lot of time talking about the greatness and the sort of history of Lithuanian basketball. But at the moment, Lithuania, total control of this game at the moment. Well, it's now a 30-point lead. And right now, Poland is just playing for pride at the moment. They got to keep digging back and just keep going right to the end here. And as the penetration goes in with a beautiful little finger roll there. And that's the kind of play we've been missing from these Polish players. That was Mateusz Samiec. Well, he now moves up to 6 points here, cutting it down to a 28-point ball game. 3 for 5 from the field. And an unsportsmanlike foul now is called Białystok. Again, he looks at Kapuscinskis to say, what else am I supposed to do? But Poland now, Tsaritsa. Schubert's going to get 2 free throws, and they're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I don't think they started badly that fourth quarter, but I think they let it go that far. It would need a little bit more still, but, great it's a great, again, defensive possessions for them to start this quarter. So let's carry on, because, as you say, they're playing for pride as well. So there are scouts in here, right? They're playing for their careers as well. So let's put it up and show that we can play basketball, as you said, because the future is bright, definitely, for Polish basketball. But Lithuania in today's game, obviously, if you forget that low part of the first quarter when they were struggling from perimeter shooting, I think they just found their rhythm in their game, and they will be a very good team considered for the meta positions.
Well, Poland, that long two-pointer, had his foot on the line again. You can see just starting to build in confidence. That was number 6 there for Poland, Jakub Osinski. And he now takes his tally up. He's up to 8 points in that long two-pointer. And Poland now just starting to rediscover a bit of confidence and a bit more swag now in their play here. Well, Kosharovsky going all the way. I think it goes out of bounds, but Teresa, one of the things I just love about Lithuania, Białystok, of course, has just been battling for offensive rebounds. And when he had that unsportsmanlike foul called on him, he just looked right over at the ref with a look of, are you serious?
Yeah, but, I don't know if I should comment even to it, because that's something like, yeah, it's just been called and it's happening. And it's a learning experience. Even either you're winning or losing, it's up to you as a player to take the most out of the game, isn't it?
Well, Białystok now 3 rebounds away from the double-double. There's a penetration, another turnover. Well, they can capitalize here in transition now. Goes all the way, and again, Rapper. Oh, he missed a layup, and again, that's got to kill more confidence there for these Polish players. Working so hard there on defense, and unable now to capitalize here in transition.
Yeah, this is what we wished for, those 2-3 quarters of this game for Poland, because they've been such great punishing turnovers, but you have to play a good defense to create the turnovers of the other team, and they haven't really been doing it. Ooh.
Well, another three-pointer from downtown. The assist coming again from Alexis Białystok, but the three-pointer tucked away. Who else? Vytautas Žygas. Well, he now moves up to 18 points, but he's been phenomenal so far here. Well, Lithuania, again, since the start of the second corner, total control. Goes in, wrap around with a finger roll. Whoa, Mr. Žygas, this is your moment, young man. Let the world know who you are.
And you know what? It's his second half, I would say. We haven't really heard about him as much. Oh!
Well, nice little floater, just kisses that one off the backboard. Well, again, you got to love the fact that Poland, when they start going towards the basket and playing a lot more aggressive, things start to open up for them. Well, Žygas there. I think a backcourt violation. Well, Lithuania, there you can see Coach Bardaukas just giving his players that look, being too casual with the basketball there at half court. I mean, Poland, credit to them. They're down, but they are still pressing. They are still fighting right to the end, and you got to credit these young Polish players.
Indeed. On the other hand, you have to, it's task for Coach Bardauskas to really make his team still composed, you know, and focused till the last minute of the game, because it's also about the reputation, it's about everything. And Lithuania has been showing incredibly great basketball in this game, if we're not really talking about that struggle in the first quarter. And that's the way they want to play, and other teams should be really worried, because they are a team well balanced, you know, they're playing in and out, and if they're going to be hitting the perimeter shots, they'll be a really tough team to beat.
Well, Matulovic now just checking back into the game here for Lithuania. So there's a penetration by Kepažinskas. Kepažinskas, oh, it's too easy. No help side defense. Well, again, that has got to drive Coach Bukovsky very crazy there. No attempt to come over and switch. Well, Nowitzki now going all the way. Not going to get that one over Beliauskas, but again, goes in the lane. It's a tough play there, but they can't finish it. Lithuania maintain their 30-point lead as Kepažinskas now will bring the ball up here for the Lithuanians. Kepažinskas now gets a ball reversal. Gigas, he tries a three-pointer. He takes it in and out with a rebound. Well, gets rejected, but gets the loose ball. Gets rejected one more time. Well, Beliauskas is like, I'm not taking any more. Beliauskas gets called for the push in the back, and I think he's going to have no arguments with that one. He's going to walk away.
I'm sure he's not going to say, are you serious? No, it is, look, because I think we could see all the way, and we will see it again now.
Well, there's a three-pointer. I think it's out of frustration, of course, as well, but I think he's kind of just like, you know what, I've battled enough. 30-point lead, I've done my job. I'll go to the bench, take a breather. Well, change has come into the game, so coming back in for Lithuania now, number 10, Danas Kasakevičius.
Here we see Coach Bardauskas now using his bench players as well, obviously, to give them some experiences on the court.
Kasakevičius gets called for the, I think the goaltender was called because he was on his way down, but my goodness gracious, this young man probably could have a future in volleyball with that elevation.
Look at that one more time. Ooh.
He says, not in my house, but you can have the 2 points. Matulovic now, great job here by Lithuania, breaking down the full court pressure here from Poland. 10 on the shot clock now here for the Lithuanians. Well, there's a crossover, beautiful play, little floater, doesn't get it, but you gotta love the hesitation. And again, you gotta love the man from the capital, from Vilnius, Ernestas Matulovic. Battling, but again, I think a foul's gonna be called against here. I think it's probably not a bounce play there against Matulovic.
Yeah, and we haven't mentioned it now for a couple of minutes because we've been mentioning it pretty much a lot, but Lithuania grabbed 24 offensive rebounds, and they completely out-rebounded Polish team.
Well, Poland now can't find Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the fadeaway. Nowitzki hitting nothing right now, and again, this young man, we know he's a fantastic player, Taritza, but it really has not been his game today.
Nope, not today, and I think that's what Poland has been missing, because 40 points so far in this game, that's not a lot, and that's a number you want to think of winning the games. So,
well, Poland now have it. Opportunity here in transition. They go for the three-pointer. Three is up. It's no good. Well, the rebound secured by Lithuania. Just under 4 minutes to go, but I think Lithuania is going to, you know, no need to really rush anything now. 28-point lead. Game's in their control at the moment. We'll step back for the young man. He hasn't scored here this evening. It's now Poland here. Cross court now. There's the pump fake. Time and space. Takes it from the mid-range off the dribble. Doesn't get it. The foul is going to be called on Danas Kasakevičius, I believe, from behind there. Well, now Lithuania making a double change, is coming into the game now for the first time, is number 9 here, Nikas Stuknis, and number 11 coming back into the game is Augustas Novickas.
Yeah, this is a time for Coach Bardauskas to obviously give the valuable time to the players who just not play as many minutes in the games, because, you know, you have to feel the atmosphere. You have to feel the fact that you play at the under-17 World Cup and you get the minutes on the court.
Well, step back three-pointer, no good. Novickas now secures the rebound here for Lithuania. Stuknis now gives this one up, the big fella from Vilnius. Doesn't get the layup now. Now Poland can try to push this one more time here. Under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Look for a kick out. There's the kick out. There's the three-pointer. Three is up. Again, no good, but another offensive rebound. Teresa, I got to tell you, I'm super impressed so far here from Kajetan. Kuchavski, of course, that's his 4th offensive rebound of the game this season.
Yeah, I think he's the only player pretty much showing the way they should play the whole game, because he's really effective offensively. He's really good at defense as well. He goes for every rebound. He's really fighting, you know. I think he's the only player who displays that this is the quarterfinals of the World Cup in terms of his hunger to win, his belief to win and everything, because I haven't really seen it in the Polish players pretty much the whole game. Maybe at the beginning when they have been in control of that rhythm for a couple of minutes, but ever since I don't see anyone from Poland team to really be stepping up and fighting for this quarterfinal.
The last seconds of the shot clock there again, they're unable to. As Kasakiewicz is there, secures a rebound for Lithuania. Just over 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Matulovic now. They should build up here. They want to go for a pick and roll here for Kasakiewicz. Stuknys now kicks this one out. Over 3 now. Oh, Teresa, did he call bank? I don't think so, because Augustas Navickas says, Achu, mano droga, thank you very much.
And it's been his first minutes in this game, and he feels confident enough to take this shot and make those threes. So that's exactly why I gave the credit to coach Bardauskas, because he's giving these players now the valuable minutes to increase their confidence on the court.
Poland now, again, just trying to go right to the end here. We're under 2 minutes to go here, of course. His baseline there, is able to tuck that one away now, cutting it down, of course, to a 29-point ball game. Well, there's the love passes. Matulovic there, just turning it over. I like this kid, I gotta tell you. He just plays so tough, so aggressive. And he sort of plays that role player role for this team. He can shoot the ball a little bit, he can put it on the floor. But he's kind of that Mr. Intangible here for Lithuania. Well, just under a minute and a half now. Poland, again, more games will come for them here, of course, after this game, but they won't be going through to the semi-final. They try another three-pointer from downtown. They don't get it. And the rebound has been secured, and now Lithuania can push this one. The foul has been committed. So Navickas now will go to the free throw line here for the 2 shots. Teresa, one thing I've been so impressed by Lithuania, of course, here, especially from beyond the first quarter, is how quickly, when they get a defensive stop, how quickly they get out in transition.
Yeah, it's such a threat, isn't it? If you have a good transition offense, it's so difficult for defense to always cover it. But what I think is that good defense brings you quick transition as well, because you know the first pass in the defense, when you steal the ball or you get the rebound, the first pass is such an important element of that transition, beginning of the transition. You know, and I think Lithuania has been doing incredible because they rebounding so well as well. They feel confident now to straight away running that transition, and they've been excellent in today's game in it.
Again, I got to credit as well. When Poland came out this game, it was their collective defense, of course, that really showed some signs of promise in their game, of course. And, you know, it's fair to say they've gone up against a very good Lithuanian national team. Well, foul has been committed, of course, to Teresa. Well, I think Lithuania, I was hoping Ivo Bakats was going to go baseline and throw it down right there. You could see it coming. But again, absolutely not there. Mantas Korchanas, just absolutely not. You are not putting me on a poster. You are not putting me on every social media platform getting dunked on.
Yes, indeed. We always say if you foul the way that the player has no chance to even put it up. And that's what we've seen.
Well, we are now under a minute to go here. Well, we've just seen the Serbian players head to the changing room along with Team USA from the United States of America. That will be the game, of course, the big one to talk about. Serbia, that is one of the mecca for basketballs here in Europe. Well, Matulovic goes in with a little jumper. He can't get it now. Poland, of course, coming up with a loose ball. But Poland do have to get one shot off. This is now 12 seconds difference between game clock and the shot clock. Schumann now. Well, Schumann very aggressively. Matulovic just looking at the official to say, ref, what am I supposed to do there? But 2 free throws now here for number 13 for Poland, Schumann.
Yeah, and Poland's been quite impressive even in this last quarter, knowing that you're down by over the 20 and step into the last quarter of this quarterfinal. We said they're playing for their pride, they're playing for their reputation, and I think Poland has displayed in this 4th quarter that they can actually play. It's just those 2 quarters, that obviously the 2nd and 3rd, which slipped through their finger, because Lithuania have been just exceptional in every aspect of the game, those 2 quarters. But, you know, credit to Poland team as well, because at the moment, it's 13-13 in this 4th quarter. I know the game has been quite decided, but, you know, credit to them as well to keep playing.
Now, that is a huge sign of respect there. And again, you love to see that. Both fans now cheering for both their teams. But I got to give credit to Noyos Kuliesha. Even though there's 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock, he put the ball down, he's shaking hands with the Polish players. I think the officials are just going to let this one run. I mean, that is what international basketball is all about. Competition, rivalry based on respect and friendship. Lithuania, they've come out here, a very dominant performance. They've won this one 73-44. They head on to the semifinals. All the Lithuanian fans back in Vilnius, in Kaunas. Of course, Klaipėda as well, the beautiful coastal city. We'll be glad to see the future's bright. The future is Krepšinio Lietuva. And there you can see now Lithuanian players go into the middle to celebrate, shake hands with the official. You know, we got to pay homage to these young Polish players. I mean, a lot of promise in their game, big future ahead of them. You can see what it means to them. They are devastated, but they've worked very hard in this game. They've just gone up against a very strong opponent.
Yeah, some numbers. I think the only numbers we should talk about is the rebounding and as well assists, which turned out to be quite different in there as well. That Lithuania has 17 assists, only to 5 of Poland one. It tells you how team basketball that Lithuanian team plays and displayed in today's game. But the effort on the glass, 30 rebounds difference between these 2 teams. You know, Lithuania grabbed 24 offensive rebounds, 40 defensive rebounds. What an effort, and it just tells you, because I always say that rebounding is about hard. It's about how hard you want, how much you want, and I think this Lithuanian team, obviously from that first quarter, I think they wanted it so much more than that Polish team. They had that quality within their roster, no matter who stepped on the court. It wasn't just one player, it was really big team playing. Either if it was Bielauskas or it was Žygis as well, pardon. You know, he had an incredible game, 20 points, you know, 6 rebounds. That's such an individual performance in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And I think this group of young players will be really happy about their display in today's game.
Okay, you're going to love there, of course, the Lithuanian fans and the Polish fans, as we mentioned. Well, let's take a look at some of the key highlights here from the game. And again, Teresa, you got to talk about that young man there. He told us, Žygas, what a game he had here this evening. I mean, we're looking at a future star here for Lithuanian basketball.
Yeah, that was just exceptional. But you know what? I haven't really noticed him as much during the first half, but that second half, you know, it's not just that he actually killed the whole game. He killed it absolutely in that second half, because majority of his points he scored in the second half. And it was almost like a one-man show, right? Because when we spoke about the players in offense, I felt like we were always saying Žygas, Žygas, Žygas. But he deserves that credit, because he stepped up today in the quarterfinal for Lithuania. And, you know, not only defensively, but also offensively, he had that confidence. And, you know, when we speak about the confidence, this quarterfinal, you want to leave this court with as much confidence as you want, because there are top 4 teams on the world under 17, and they're gonna play for the medals, and you want to go into those battles full of confidence, full of you know, feeling that your games went smoothly, and I think it did. So I'm very positive about that Lithuanian basketball, and I really look forward to see those semifinals, what they're going to come out with.
Well, you know, you talk with Lithuanian basketball fans, and you just say, you know, basketball is a matter of life and death in Lithuania. And they'll look back at you and say, well, no, it's more important than that, of course, you know. I mean, it is a national obsession. You know, maybe the popularity of basketball in Poland isn't as big, but it's still very popular there as well. And again, that's why we need these games. We need these events so that you can see what these young players are up against. And, you know, any team will look at these Lithuanian players and think, you know, that's the level they're at, that's the level I need to get at, of course, you know. And these Polish players will be thinking that they'll be working hard as they leave this, as they get ready for their next game. Well, the Lithuanian players are going to head to the changing room, of course. Big game for them.
Yeah.
Well, here are some of the highlights, of course, from the game. But Teresa, what else can we say about these players as we finish up these highlights?
Yeah, I wanted to just give credit to Polish team as well, because they didn't give up. They still played that fourth quarter as much as they could. You know, they tried to change the rhythm offensively, defensively, and that's what I was calling for. But I think it came a little bit too late. But to be honest, to stop that machine going as Lithuania was in that second and third quarter, it's very hard. But, you know, I think this is a youth tournament, and these players, we spoke about the learning experiences, and I think the Polish team should really take a lot of lessons of this game. You know, it's about if you control the tempo of the game, and I think when Poland was in control, they played good basketball, but, you know, you have to play 40 minutes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up here for the first quarterfinal here in Malaga. Next game, of course, don't go anywhere. We're live on YouTube. This is the FIBA Under-17 Men's Basketball World Cup. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside the great Teresa, and she's been given a lowdown of the game. We'll see you soon for the next game.